church for wickedness. Eliduc rubbed his hands together in delight. He turned away from the window and walked into the dining hall. A cup of honeyed hippocress would be pleasant, with its gentle warmth from pepper and ginger. But he had no sooner found a suitable place by the fire and raised the cup of mulled wine to his lips than he heard men shouting, then a woman scream. "The Queen must rest," he muttered. "How dare anyone cause a disturbance that might upset her?" Slamming the cup down, he rushed to the scene of the commotion. Several soldiers surrounded an older woman who held two young girls close to her breast. One soldier grasped the woman by the shoulder and arms, while another tried to drag the girls away from her. As the girls were wrenched away, the older woman screamed again. The captured girls reached out to her and wailed piteously. "Stop!" Eliduc shouted as he ran toward the man he believed to be the leader. "What is happening here? Do you not know that the Queen's chambers are close by? She will hear you and fear for her safety." The captain pointed to the older woman. "Arrogant Jews," he sneered. "The crone says she came to see our Queen." He mockingly crooked his fingers to form horns. "How dare she think anyone would allow it? Look at the filthy creature." Eliduc had already seen the large piece of yellow felt cloth which all three bore, cut into the shape of the tablets carried by Moses from Mount Sinai. Since 1275, King Edward had demanded strict enforcement of the law requiring all of Jewish faith over the age of 7, and regardless of gender, to wear this badge. As for what else brought out the captain's disdain, the priest noticed the dishevelled appearance of the trio, and his nose wrinkled at the sour odour of unwashed bodies. But the captain had not recognised the original quality of the robes the women wore, Eliduc thought. Stained and rumpled as the clothes might be, now they had begun life as well-made, expensive garments. "I shall speak with them," the priest said. The captain's expression betrayed reluctance to allow this, but he was not a fool. Father Eliduc was no ordinary priest. No one with his wits about him would thwart the desire of this man, so high in the favour of England's king and queen. Waving his men back, he bowed to the priest and allowed him to approach the huddled trio. "Why have you come to trouble Queen Eleanor?" Eliduc stroked his golden cross. None of the women spoke. The elder was comforting her young charges. Eliduc did not stand too close to the women. His own chastity was cause enough, although lust for coupling had never been a struggle, but he also believed that distance bred respect. Except when King Edward performed that sacred act of touching sufferers of scrofula, the king's evil, he kept himself away from common hands. Eliduc believed all high-ranking men of the church should as well. He waited with evident impatience for an answer to his question. The girls had ceased their sobbing, although the younger one continued to hide her face in the older woman's shoulder. The elder now glared at the priest, her brown eyes aflame with anger. Eliduc shivered in spite of himself. "The devil is close," he thought. The older woman laid her chin against the top of the head of the frightened child and grasped the hand of the other. "I have come to beg mercy for my granddaughters from Queen Eleanor. Their father, my son, was hanged for coin-clipping, a crime of which he was innocent." Her speech was educated. Had she been a Christian, her accent would have proven her birth to be one of high rank. "None of the executed was innocent," the priest replied. "Evidence of the crime was found in the houses and displayed at the trials of those later hanged. Their offence was a treasonous act. I have no wish to plead for my dead son. Of those executed, some were surely guilty, although I can swear to at least one innocent. No, I have come because these two children, daughters of Lombard ben David, no longer have a roof to keep the wind from bruising their tender flesh, nor enough food to sustain them. No matter what the king's justice concluded about my son, his children are without fault and do not deserve to starve." "Lombard ben David?" In spite of his resolve, Eliduc stepped closer and stared down at the woman who spoke. "What is your name?" "Chera, widow of David of Oxford, a man also known as the Kind." Despite his usually iron self-control, Eliduc gasped. He knew this family and had good cause to take an interest. Why had he not been informed that this man had been arrested and hanged for coin-clipping? "You say that you no longer have a roof or food?"